Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a match between Mong and Sky here on Fighting Spirit, a PvT, an excellent PvT between two Korean professionals. Top left-hand corner is the red Terran player, it is Mong. And in the bottom left, it is the brown Protoss player, Sky. Man, Sky can hang with Jaedong, Mong can hang with anybody. Well, if Sky can hang with Jaedong, then he can hang with anybody as well. So, I'm not sure who's going to win this, but I have been told over and over again the PvT matchup is only imbalanced if Flash is involved. So, I don't know. Maybe Sky has the advantage here. We will wait and see. Now, I kind of feel like Mong's going to go for vulture pressure into mech, because that's what every single TVP in Brood War for the last, I don't know, forever goes. Placing his supply depot in the top left-hand corner, right behind the production tab. And this is going to be a gateway first, because there's no probe scouting. No cannon rush here, boys. There we go. All right, man, coming right on up. Oh, that reminds me. I need to cast cheese. I need to cast Brood War cheese again. So, if you want to remind me in the comments to cast some cheese, I'll get it up in these next couple days, okay? Maybe like next week. We'll make it happen. Because I think it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun the first time around. I'll get somebody to screen him for me, and we can have a good time with that. Why build a supply depot up here if you're going to wall off your front anyway against possible zealot incursions? This is interesting. Interesting decision. Also the fact that he's not quite setting up for an expansion yet. He's playing pretty cautiously against Sky. Sky has a bit of a reputation for being a little bit aggressive, as does players like Bisu. Boy, do I love some Bisu aggression. Super scary stuff. Alright, so what are we doing here? It is going to be just a cyber core. He's not even bothering with a zealot, so walling off doesn't really make any sense. Which is what this SCV is going to see in just a second here. Is there's no expansion, and there's no zealot. There's nothing popping out of this gateway that you're going to need to wall off against. So walling off against a Dragoon is a complete waste of time. So yeah, just cruising on in, not seeing any zealots out. The timing on this makes a lot of sense. And then back in Terranville, just quietly building a couple Marines, just trying to make sure, you know, make sure nothing bad happens here. SCV, did he get blocked and go back around? That's weird. That's weird stuff. And there's the expansion on the timing, about 2 minutes and 45 for Mong. So good stuff. I think I've really only ever cast Mong in TVTs. I haven't really seen his TV anything else, which is odd. I don't cast a lot of mirror matchups, but Mong's been involved in like the 2 or 3 TVTs I've ever cast. Well, not all of them. I actually did recently cast a TVT featuring Idra and someone else on the ladder, which was a lot of fun. Did I put that on Patreon? There are some games that are really fun that I cast that are available a month before anybody else can see them out on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for anybody who supports me for as little as $1 a month. So if you want access to some stuff before anybody else can see them, go ahead, head on over there. If you just want to support daily StarCraft, like there's StarCraft, StarCraft 2, every single day of the week out here. I live stream StarCraft Brood War, so I mean, check it out. If you want to support it, feel free. If you don't, feel no pressure as well. I just like people knowing that that is an option for them. All right, so Singularity Charge on the way from Sky. He's going to try to pressure this. We got the bunker up. We got Marine in the bunker. 2 Marines, 4 Marines in the bunker. All right, so 4 Marines in the bunker, which is nice. And he's got to start on tank production like now. So there's your factory. Coming up, he's got his gas coming as well. And what is the second follow-up? Another gateway. So this feels like a lot of Dragoon pressure, which the SCV is going to see. The SCV is going to get in here and say, aha, 2 gateways. And your cybernetics core is flashing. That feels to me very much. Actually, can I get that? Yeah, so you can see how it's spinning. Spinning around like a yo-yo or like a washing machine. Don't know. Yeah, that was a good scout by Mong. He knows. He knows there's going to be double gateway pressure here with Dragoons. He knows they're going to have Singularity Charge. You only get Singularity Charge if you're going to be aggressive with your Dragoons. No real reason to get it early, this early, if you're just planning on being defensive, because they can handle attacking vultures without range pretty easily. And it is a lot of resources to get Singularity Charge. So if you're getting it, you're offensive and aggressive, and that's what we're seeing. Now, Machine Shop coming up before he made his first tank, which, wow, probe down. So probe scouts the bunker and says, ouch. Now, these 2 Dragoons can get up here and hammer at this bunker for a little bit. I'm surprised we didn't see a tank coming up. Tank pretty good against only 2 Dragoons, although 2 more are on the way. Second Dragoon not firing. He's trying to inch it up. There we go. Now firing. I love that firing animation too. Just opens for like the briefest second. I wonder if you like shot a bullet into that little opening right during that split second, if it would blow up the Dragoon. Like if it's a Death Star, you know what I mean? That'd be funny stuff. All right, man. Templar Archives on the way from the Protoss player. We're gonna see some Archons or maybe some Storms. Storm's pretty useful against mech. We've seen it used to some success over the years we've been casting the Brood War. Third Dragoon shows up. Additional SCV needs to get on that line. Don't get in range of the bunker, though. There we go. That is a very narrow window where you can fire and not get hit by these Marines. I don't see Marine range coming in either, so we're just going to wait for Machine Shop to finish researching siege mode. Get the tank in here. Maybe get some free shots off. Whoa! Free shots on the tank! Oh, no! Losing that first tank is so annoying. Now you have to make another tank, and you have to keep repairing this bunker. And even if siege mode is done, it doesn't matter. Dark Templar are on the way. That's what the Templar Archives was for, was a DT rush. Are you kidding me? That's kind of genius. Sure, there are comsat stations. There's 2 comsat stations now. This bunker's not going to die just because Mong knows to keep repairing it. But this has been a fantastic game so far. Setting up for a 3rd base already is Sky. I like Sky a lot, you guys. If you have not been watching SkyCasts, because you're like, I don't know this guy's name. He's not Jaedong, so who is he? Or he's not Bisu, so is he? Well, the answer is he's an incredible Protoss player. Again, can hang with Jaedong. Can hang with Mong. Look at him doing so well against Mong. Again, in a situation, people are going to say Protoss is favored over Terran, but still, Mong's a really great player. So DTs are going to try to come up here, and there's going to be enough energy for a couple scans. At least I really don't see these guys doing anything at all. And at least forcing a scan. Oh, friendly fire takes down an SCV. I mean, so 1 DT for an SCV is probably not a great trade. Because he... Oh, well, all right. Well, did you... Oh, that scan was a little bit residual there. What was that? Did he just... Oh, I think he friendly fired his own supply depot to kill that. There wasn't a scan, and that turret wasn't done. Good move. Great move by Mong there. A bunch of Dragoons out. You're going to want to make Dragoons pretty much consistently throughout the entire game. If you happen to be Protoss and you're playing against a Terran player. Oh, the Spider Mines can see you guys. Ooh, 4 Spider Mines for 1 DT. Is that a good trade? Probably. Probably for the Terran. I mean, Spider Mines are effectively free, but limited. So, are they free? Are they baked into the cost of a vulture, which are pretty cheap? And they're mineral dumps that can do crazy splash damage like this. So I don't know. Vulture does go down. See, with this range, it's easier to defend against the vultures, but not entirely 100% necessary. Alright, so what are we working on? Citadel of a Dune. Any sign of... Well, that's actually already done. Any sign of Zealot legs? No, just Dragoons, Dragoons, and more Dragoons getting an observatory. Working on Storm. That's a great wall. This is a great wall. Yeah, I mean, this is not... Ow, that was a hit. Yep, that Dragoon definitely took a hit. Dun, 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 dun. And this vulture's like, hey, come over here and try to kill me. I've got a Spider-Man ready to shoot you in the face if you try. Got it. Nice micro. Really good micro out of Sky there. I'm telling you, Sky is a great Protoss player. I want to cast more of him. Definitely have a lot of ZVPs and not so many PVTs, but try to find the fun stuff and get it cast for you anyway, y'all. Y'all, I say like I'm from Texas or something. I'm not from Texas. I'm in Utah, in the United States, if you're wondering. And generally, it is considered we have a fairly neutral accent. Kind of hard to place exactly where we're from. Though there are some things we accent, like the word mountains is often pronounced mountain. And some people who I really don't appreciate... Anyway, some people say pillow instead of pillow. So there's things that can differentiate, especially as you get away from population centers in the state, which generally true... I think of, oh gosh, more TTs down, of any place really. The further you're out you get from a city, in a lot of places, the more accent is pronounced. But enough of that. We got a Stargate on the way from Sky. Is he going for Arbiters or is he going for Carriers? We'll have to find out here. That is the trick for sure. When I said you pretty much want to make Dragoons throughout the entire game, well, I mean, if you're making Carriers, you can pretty much get to a number of Dragoons you're happy with. Maybe don't always be making them. But yeah, 3rd base up for Mong. He really didn't get his base denied all that much, right? 1st base, 2nd base. Losing that first tank hurt, but I think he's recovered quite nicely from it. He's got 80 total supply. He's working on his upgrades. His vulture harass has been on point, but by golly, somehow Sky is on 3 bases. Really set up nicely for a 4th tier 2 along the left side if he wants it. And Dragoons just marching about menacingly. It is going to be an Arbiter Tribunal. Arbiter Tribunal coming in. Tribunal is a fun word to say. I enjoy it quite a bit. Also, by the way, give this cast a like if you're enjoying it so far. If you're not enjoying it, pretend I didn't say anything. There are no options for thumbs down. Nope, not a single one. All right, so Dragoons coming on down. Trying to see, there's usually vultures hanging out in these corners waiting for a probe to come in and try to expand down here. So if we killed him, that'd be nice. But you have to actually get all the way down here to kill him, and there we go. How many spider mines do you have? None? All right, you're dead. You're dead anyway, but the question is, how many Protoss units could you take with you? More spider mines getting laid all over the place. I kind of feel like Sky's done a pretty good job. Oh, hang on. This one Dragoon can't quite hold this line, especially not with a spider mine. Oh, the clutch wall. The clutch pylon wall keeping those vultures out. Sky is playing so stupid well right now. Observer running around. Is it getting speed? No, it is not. So it is quite pokey, but that's okay. Got a bit of a sore throat today, but it's not too bad. Hope it's not too noticeable. Hey, look, a storm drop. I was wondering what that was. I was wondering if that was possibly a storm drop, and it was. And I'm not sure it got many kills either. It looked like a pretty good SCV pull, and they got a lot of HP. They're pretty tanky. Tanky units. Gosh, Brown! Spotting Brown on the minimap is so stupid hard. Unload it. I want to see how many kills it has. Unload it. I want to see how many kills it has. Ooh, ow, ow, oof. Come on. Don't die to this. Go. Turrets! Oh! Turret finishes it off. We'll never know how many kills. Doesn't look that bad, though, honestly. Not the biggest storm drop of all time. 118 to 147 supply. Sky is macroing like a beast right now. He's taking a 4th base along this right side. Look at him just keeping this one in reserve in case he needs it. I think he's worried about tanks maybe coming over here and causing problems. And maybe playing mind games with Mong, too. He's like, hey, he's not going to check over here, is he? He did just scan this, I'm guessing. And he's like, hey, there's not a base? What? That's crazy. Maybe it's crazy. But maybe it's mind games. And they can often look very similar. Dragoons getting some nice shots off on these vultures, whittling that countdown quite a bit. Then the tanks show up. Rah, 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 rah. They say, they make that sound. Boom, boom. Yeah, the tank fire is problematic. Spider mines getting focused down pretty well. I don't think they've killed anything for some time here. There is a vulture, rather a shuttle with a couple high templar in it around. Oh, this is bad. This is suddenly really bad for Sky. He's like, the Terran managed to set a position here. I can't stop him. Counterattack! It is counterattack time, and definitely it is. So Vulture's showing up, going after these zealots that don't have speed yet. Oh, that has been such a neglect. Such neglect on those zealots to not have speed at 13 minutes into the game. Trying to come around the backside, but there are spider mines, there's marines, there's turrets causing problems. That observer's gonna die. Oh, no, it's alive. How? 1 HP is how. 1. That's just insanity. All right, well, natural base is gone for Sky, as we figured it would. Once tanks show up, things get real dicey for bases. Sky still has 3 bases he's mining from, which is good, but can he dislodge this army? I don't actually know. Mong was able to get here and position this in such a great place. Zealots are cloaked. But there's a missile turret, so never mind. The detection's not really helping here. The Zealots have speed. Great storm on this tank. And is Sky barely going to hold here or not is the question of the day. Zealots down, Observer down. But Dragoons marching into tank fire as only they're able to do. Oh, that did not go very well for them at all. More tank fire here. More tanks showing up. Mong's macro is on point. And this Arbiter is desperately trying to kill as many of these tanks as it can. And because nothing here can shoot up. There are no Goliaths. Not that the Arbiter hits very hard. What is it, 10 damage per shot? It's okay, and it's pretty slow, so the DPS is not amazing. Yeah, it looks like Mong is here for the long haul, you guys. He is ready to hang out. He is ready to draw you into your spider mines. Ow, ow, ow. Yep, drawing the Protoss into spider mines is pretty good. Man, that Observer is not dead. Does it have armor? No, it doesn't. More vultures coming in. His detection is present because he still has the missile turret. This is pretty good stuff from Mong. I'm enjoying it. I think he's making some really good trades. He's actually up 104 to 101, which is amazing. He was down big time fairly recently. More tanks. 3 more tanks showing up. Sky's not taking this base back anytime soon. Stasis is on the way for the Protoss player. He wants to be able to stasis some of these tanks and maybe break out of here, but as it stands, these Zealots are not doing very well getting out. Dragoons can't either. 3 tanks is a pretty scary number. They got +1 attack. The Vulture, or the Dragoons rather, also have +1 attack, and the Vultures because they share the upgrade with the tanks, you know. But, ew, crikey, mate. Okay, the good news, again, for the Protoss is he's still mining from these other bases. Those have not been assaulted yet, although this tank may try to change things sooner rather than later. Great stasis, man, that didn't take as long as I thought it would to happen. And yeah, Sky's gonna try to clear this out. Got every single tank, and by that I mean there were 2. Wait, is that 3 tanks? That's 3 tanks. What got, no, that's a Vulture. 2 tanks what got stasis. Spider-Mine's getting some hits here, trying to just take down this Nexus with the tanks before the rest of the Protoss army shows up and tries to stop him. I don't think they're, well, maybe they're gonna get it. +1 tanks hit pretty hard. Pretty hard. Oh gosh, they're gonna get it. Wow, the Dragoons are too late. Nexus destroyed. 2 Nexuses killed thus far from Mong. Looking good. He is. You're gonna lose those tanks, but that was good trades. That was good trades. He appreciates it a lot. And then Arbiter just waiting for these units to come out of stasis. Timed it perfectly. Good scan, but you're dead is what you are. Zealots are not friends of Vultures. As we can see here, they like killing each other. Mong pushing along the right side now. All right, man, this game is turning into a bonkers fest. It really is. 139 to 125 supply. That's incredibly close for the 16-minute mark of a game that has been this insane thus far. The line of spider mines are just delaying the response here. Defensive DT says, how many scans do you have? Enough. Enough, says Mong. That cannon's going to go down. This cannon's trying to kill as many Vultures as it can before it goes down. And does not get another one. These probes are in trouble. This tank has 3 kills, but he's dead. He's completely dead. Oh, keeping the probes cloaked here is pretty good. Is there a DT? Yes. Oh, it's a defensive DT. Man, brown DTs on brown ground. Not super great here. More battling! It's more battling, everybody. As more spider mines are here, trying to move some probes down to, well, reestablishing the 3rd base anyway. Mong has not expanded, guys. He's been on 3 bases. I really would have liked to see him expand somewhere in here, but he's been spending all of his resources on tanks and Vultures, and obviously missile turrets to some extent. He's also getting EMP. He is getting Science Vessels, which I love to see. Love to see some Science Vessel play here. Vulture's going for the run-by into the probe line. Pew, 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 pew. You know, I realized I probably missed some kind of a storm drop up north here about 5 minutes ago. I saw the shuttle kind of joining up with Sky's army, and it had High Templar in it, but then I didn't see them really do anything, so they probably went up here. But man, that turret placement is mean, and there's a tank. I don't know if it did anything. Maybe it did. Maybe you're like Falcon. I was watching very closely and very intently. It went up there, and suddenly Mong's supply dropped by like 20. Got me again. 147 to 107. Dang, Mong is in control right now. He's not in control. The Broodwar player and caster who recently passed away. Tragically, you didn't hear about that, by the way. In Control passed away fairly abruptly about a month or so ago. Anyway, rest in peace, Jeff. But yeah, not in control him, but he's just in control. Pretty good stasis catching those Goliaths. I don't know if that was intentional. I mean, the tanks are probably the bigger target here. You don't have a lot of stuff the Goliaths are going to be threatening other than this Arbiter, which there's, again, a Science Vessel. Another stasis. There it is. 4 tank stasis. That was quality. That is quality stuff here. Still 3 tanks, 4, 5 tanks are on stasis. The Vultures are here trying to take down. Oh, it's a great wall, actually. This stasis is providing a wall so the Zealots can't get through. Oh, that's so frustrating. Did he pick off? I think he picked off the Science Vessel there. Indeed he did. I'm not sure if any EMP went off there at all either. God, what a crazy scenario this is. Absolutely crazy stuff. We got Goliaths. We got scanning. We got cloaked stuff. They're trying to take down the Arbiter. They're gonna get it. No, they're not gonna get it. So many stasis tanks are going to cause massive problems for Sky when these come out of stasis. And there it is. Problems acquired. These Dragoons are trying to get inside that minimum attack range of the tanks. Also with the Zealots, that is the way you beat these guys, is they can't hit you if you're too close. And how much? Wow, this is actually pretty good. This is pretty well handled from Sky. Gee, this game just might get an epic tag. I feel like it's been a while since I've had a Brood War epic game, but this one is turning into a pretty fantastic one. Overall, Mong's still on 3 bases. Is he going to mine out? Because, I mean, Sky's on more bases here. We'll see about the resources lost at the end of the game. But again, Sky can afford to lose more just because he's had more bases here. More Zealots, more Dragoons on the way. Mong has a pretty large advantage right now. He's got 1-1 for his mech. Still only +1 for the Dragoons. Are they working on additional upgrades? They are not. They are desperately trying to make as many Dragoons as possible out of those gateways. The Forge, ain't nobody got time for that. 2 tanks and 7 vultures at a time in production. I don't know what's saving this base. I really don't. Picking off reinforcements that are trying to come down from the north is nice. That's a great wall off, actually, against vultures. Beautiful stuff there from Sky. I'm really liking how he's playing, but you let 2 tanks rather in, and Dark Templar is going to take down a bunch of these tanks as no scans available and nothing that can kill it anyway. There it is. The tank goes down. DT gets killed by the vultures. Arbiter picked out of the sky by the Goliaths here. I don't know. I don't think there's enough here from Sky to do this. Once again, the saving grace is that Mong is not on another base yet. Although he is floating a command center as slow as possibly can be over here to the right side, probably where his 4th is gonna live. Yeah, tank setting up pretty much unopposed. The Zealots and Dragoons have to go through. Ah, that's the GG. Yeah, Sky recognized he did not have enough to handle this army, even if he showed up. That's a lot of Zealots, but regardless, he's walking through Spider-Mine Alley. He's going to lose a bunch of units regardless. He lost this base for sure. There's no saving that, and if he loses this base, he's done. His income is in the toilet. Mong is expanding once again. Still has this base that's really doing a pretty good job considering how, how long it's been up. Impressively, but bases can last a while, definitely. Kind of like that shield coming up on that gateway, but dang, great game there. Mong was down bases. Mong was down quite a bit consistently throughout this game, and then you just kind of flipped the switch, made some good trades. He managed to get these tanks up here early and wipe out the natural base, and that was a good starting place for the rest of the game there. Took out this base a couple times, counting this one, which I think we do as this has 4 HP remaining. And there are about 10 vultures ready to kill it. Not great at killing buildings, vultures, but they will try if you ask them to. But yeah, in the end, tank positioning, fantastic. Not enough stasis. I don't think enough upgrades for the Dragoons either. And just not enough keeping that tank count low. That is how you beat Terran players, is to keep the tank count exceptionally low. For a while there were a whole ton of tanks. The stasis changed that play, and there's only 3 here. So it's not like there's a crazy number of tanks. +2 is finished too. But, yeah, the way we've seen Protoss beat Terran is just keep the tank count low. Just macro your face off. Have a ton of units. Be willing to jump onto tanks. Even if you're going to lose Dragoons, keep that tank count low. Focus them down. Keep them away from your front door. And you're going to have a better experience. So nicely done. Nicely done there by Mong. Gets the win. And let's check out that final score. 143,000 points for Mong. 133,000 for Sky. Produced 568 units, did the Terran player. Lost 362 of them, but outproduced the Protoss by about 300 units, which is fantastic. Structures raised, once again, definitely favoring the Terran player. And then resources mined here. We're looking at about the same on gas. Minerals, maybe 4,000, 2,000 more for Sky. And about 2,000 more spent for Sky, too. So Sky mined more, but this right here, this units tab tells us the story today. How many units killed out of 209 Protoss units killed out of 277 produced? That's your deal. That's your deal. No questions. All right. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff from this game. Maybe it's going to get an epic tag. We will see. All right. So once again, this is Falcon Paladin. And yeah, you can contact me in Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Falcon Paladin. And, yeah, on Twitch, I, you know, just do Brood War Carbot campaign, do a little bit of World of Warcraft, sometimes StarCraft 2. So visit me over there, okay? All right. So once again, hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and heard today. And until next time, as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate the support. I love you all, and you take care of yourself.